Mr. President, please.
Comment passent les négociations?
Well, the talks may happen at some level, depending on who comes to Istanbul. The talks are already taking place behind the scenes on prisoner exchanges, on trying to understand each other's positions. There were previous talks, let's recall, about the navigation in the Black Sea and the grain deal. But I think right now Putin has started this diplomatic ping-pong where the combined position of Ukraine, Europe, the coalition of the willing, and the United States was to impose an unconditional ceasefire. And Putin basically rejected this idea, proposing an alternative offer, which is to have negotiations in Istanbul on the 15th of May. So what this bilateral meeting could look like, Russians could present their demands, Ukraine may reject these demands, and this will be the end of it. There could also be a high-level meeting between Ukrainian president, the president of Turkey, and maybe Donald Trump, if he decides to stop in Istanbul. And they could discuss wider issues, security in the Black Sea. They could discuss perhaps common position on pushing Russia to actually agree to stop the war and take a negotiation process in earnest and in good faith.
Шановні колеги, прес-брифінг президента України Володимира Зеленського, заява президента України.
Доброго дня. Якщо Путін дійсно готовий не тільки в медіа, а в реальному житті зустрічатись, і тоді на рівні лідерів ми зробимо все, щоб домовитись про припинення вогню. Бо саме з ним я повинен домовлятись про припинення вогню. Бо тільки він це вирішить.
There are two questions that President Zelensky himself said he is ready to talk with President Putin. One is ceasefire. In order to have any serious negotiations, the hostilities have to stop. And the second one is, if Russia is indeed willing to negotiate, they should prove it. There is no trust to Russia because all the previous commitments they violated. So what could be the expression of this trust is actually return of all Ukrainian war prisoners, civilian prisoners, and Ukrainian children that were deported from eastern part of Ukraine into Russia. This should be a signal. This humanitarian gesture should be a signal that Russia wants peace.
Добрый вечер, уже, наверное, доброй ночи всех. Предлагаем киевским властям возобновить переговоры, прерванные ими в конце 2022 года. Возобновить прямые переговоры, причем, подчеркну, без всяких предварительных условий. Начать предлагаем без промедления уже в следующий четверг, 15 мая, в Стамбуле, там, где они проводились ранее, и там, где они были прерваны.
It is not clear if Trump will actually exercise peace through strength. It is clear that he is losing patience with Putin, and it is clear that he believes that Putin wants too much. How will that manifest itself in action? We don't know, because up to now, Trump has not imposed a single pressure point on Russia.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. It's a big day. Thursday's meeting with Russia and Ukraine is very important. I was very insistent that that meeting take place. I think good things can come out of that meeting.
Putin wants to destroy Ukraine as an independent state. Putin wants to push United States and NATO out of Eastern Europe all the way to the borders of 1997. Putin wants Europe to take his right to the sphere of influence in Eastern Europe again seriously. None of these conditions can be met, and we do not see Russia changing their rhetoric. We see the opposite. We see Russia militarizing. We see Russia spending 40% of its GDP on the military and expanding the armed forces, building new armies on the border with NATO.